ticket just to come and see me. Oh, and for the lady, this is it. Please come for it. That's what it's doing. Even people take it, rub on their tummy, and it happens. Not to talk of when you're wearing it. So that is it. So understand that this is the way the man thinks. If you understand it, it will help you relate or communicate with the man. Know that when you're about to tell him now, it's going to be analytical. Have you tested it before? Did they say it will work? And they begin to, and sometimes you wonder, are they really born again? They will say, no, let's talk about it first before we bring in God. Really? You bring in God from day one. So this is how men think, and so they communicate that way. So if you don't understand them, you get angry that you told him something and you didn't like the way he handled it. It is because men are logical thinkers and women are emotional feelers. Right? Mm-hmm. Number 2, for a woman, language spoken is an expression of what she is feeling. For a man, language spoken is an expression of what he is thinking. For a woman, language spoken is an expression of what she has been feeling. Like she's been feeling like she loves you. Then you now say, I love you. Oh God, this is proposal. Do you know Charles? The Charles I know, Charles doesn't talk. He doesn't let anybody come close to him. Charles actually thought, man, he adjusted the shoulder, the neck of my jacket. Oh, he's in love. Because Charles said, how are you? And all. The physical touch or the tap on the table, it does not mean proposal. That's not what it means. It doesn't mean proposal. It means his love language. One of his love languages, or the way he expresses himself, is, language that is heard by a woman is an emotional experience. Language that is heard by a man is receiving information. You know?
No.
Hearing is not the same as understanding. What one person says may not be what the other person hears. And this happens especially between those who are in a relationship. Somebody said, where are you even from? That's the question. And you said, you're from Abia. Then you went back home. Mommy, come. Mom, do you know he asked me where I'm from today? Oh my God. I said it. He's actually gearing up to asking me the main thing. Mommy, he asked me, what else is he looking, what was on his mind when he asked me, where are you from? And he wanted to know my village. So he will know the distance, whether they are closer, or whether it's going to come from the backyard, or whether there's an airport close by, so that when his people will come. You see how we think. You see how our emotions work. And then we take it from there, marathon, and we begin to run. So tomorrow when we now see him getting married, this man is wicked. He's not wicked. He just wanted to know the person he's relating with, where she is from. He did not say he is in love. He didn't say he's in love. You started Facebook again? Oh, I didn't know. So that's the way it works. Understand their body makeup. Understand the way they walk. Understand the way they react. Understand the way they handle things. That way you will have peace of mind. If he hasn't said it, it's not it. Until he says it. If he hasn't told you, I love you, he does not love. Don't force him. If he hasn't said to you that you are the one he wants to marry, don't tell him to tell you. If he hasn't said it. So this is where we miss it. Mommy, I want to commit. Somebody came to me one day and told me that she wanted to die. I said, how do you want to die? You want to kill yourself by jumping into a river? Or you want to, how do you want to? Nobody told her to wipe her eyes immediately. Mommy, I said, it's okay, it's okay. They taught us in counseling, PhD. When a client comes in, a counselee, and starts crying, leave her to cry. You know, leave her. Let her cry out. And release those tears there, so that she can hear you better. Then when she's done crying, give her tissue to clean up. Then go ahead and do your counseling. I'm trying to reshare again because network was really bad on that one, and they had to start another one on Facebook. You see, what I'm teaching you is what will carry you for life. Language that is heard by a woman is an emotional, is an emotional experience. But language that is heard by a man is receiving information. This is why Ella is good. She's seated here and saying, that's right. When she will come on air now, she will take it there. Okay, number 4. Women tend to take everything personally. Men tend to take everything impersonally. I'm learning a lot. You are there dying for a man, he's not even thinking of you. He's not even moved. When he sees you, he tells you he loves you. When he doesn't see you, life goes on. And you're there dying. A lot of ladies are dying for men that don't even know where they live. You're there dying for him. And he does not even know. When somebody loves you, you will know that this person loves you. You will know. And they do what they do and you wonder. Look at women tend to take everything personally. Men tend to take everything impersonally. I say it all the time, you're changing color for a man who does not rub cream. It doesn't make sense. You are changing your color from this your black beauty. This your good color that you cannot buy in the market. This is my color. This fine color like this, it's just to make it smooth. And thank God for Benny, what's the name on Instagram? Benny Cosmetics, who, you know, I look at it again and I see like, it's not there, it's clearing. And getting better and giving me a better look. Thumb up to you. God bless you there. He doesn't shave armpits. And you're changing color. Turning from your original beauty. The Bible says he made you all together. Beautiful. And you want to change your color because of him. It doesn't make sense. Meanwhile, now you may take this thing too personal. Let me tell you why you should know you are very strong. Do you know that a woman can lose her husband and stand her ground and stay and train all the children without looking at another man? But a man cannot do it. In 1 year, in fact, during memorial service, the man might be attending with the new wife to be. He might be attending memorial service of his wife with the new wife to be. But a woman, very strong. It's just that women don't know how strong they are. They don't know. And so when the purpose of who you are is not known, you can abuse it. You're very strong. When for all the women online, you are. Women tend to take everything personally. Men need to learn to be careful what they say to women and how they say it. And they're careful with their words. They're careful with what they say. They don't want to commit. They don't want, I've been in a relationship with him. He doesn't want to propose. He doesn't want his, he doesn't want. Don't force him. He doesn't want his, he hasn't seen what he's looking for. When a man sees what he's looking for in a woman, nobody will stop him. So when he's not doing it here, and don't push him to do it, because you're myopic, you don't know tomorrow. God knows where you're going. You might be thinking, meanwhile, is Mr. Charles that is yet to come. Women are interested in details, the nitty-gritty. Men are interested in the principle, rules and regulation. I'm the man, I'm the boss, respect me, you submission, this and that. Then, let me use my husband. He will attend the meeting and he will come. My daughter is like this now because I'm mentioning her father. So she wants to listen to what I want to say. If you like, go and tell him. If you like, go and tell him.
He's online.
It's not online. So nobody here should tell him. When he comes back and he attended the meeting, honey, how did he go? Fine. For me, the fine is, okay, he's getting ready to tell me details. Oh, I'm like, oh, how did it go? What happened? But me, I'm the parrot. I entered the car. How did you know? When I entered the car, we started going. When we got to Mbise, our fuel finished. So do you know that filling station that is by the corner? As if you're heading to the other village where you normally buy some. Do you know that? And when he doesn't know it, we will not continue the story. We want to describe. You say you don't know that filling station. That filling station painted yellow. That is not my story. Oh. You know it now. Like that filling station. Do you remember that day? It was raining. And then we were, it's okay now, continue. She will not stop. Until, for a man who is wise, he say, okay, I know. Even when he doesn't. So we stopped there, then we bought fuel. How much fuel did we even buy? 2,883 naira. Honey, you know they did not finish giving us our change. Those people there, they are still holding our money. This is the typical way a woman talks. So when they now gave us then we started going, getting to that junction, honey, I don't know what is happening to this people. Police people, they stopped us. Say, madam, back, they started checking. This is what I can say in 2 minutes. I'm now telling story. When I finished, then we started heading to the airport. Only I nearly missed the flight. I was the last person that boarded. Everybody had boarded. So I entered. My seat was seat 2A. I just sat down. Parrots. Loudspeaker without microphone. I just sat down. When I sat down, I was looking for my seat belt. The other one, my neighbor took my own, and then I now took my neighbor's own. I was trying to get the good one, and then before I knew it, then the pilot now made an announcement and said we are about to take off. Then we took off. Along the line, it started shaking. A woman can talk 1 million words in one day. Meanwhile, a man said 100. This is the body makeup. So you know who you are communicating with. And don't feel bad when they don't respond. So by the time you finish, in fact one day you'll be talking, the person you're talking to left the dining table 20 minutes ago. You didn't know because you were talking and you were looking at something. Now wow, by the time he stood up and left, you didn't know. This is the way women talk. Women are interested in details. So when you went to the market, what happened? You bought me 3,000, this meat. You didn't price it. You would have priced it 2,893 naira and get 7 naira change. And use it to buy orange when you're coming back. Don't blame them. See what they are carrying on their chest. Only them. And they carry a baby in the room too. And then at the back, they are cooking, they are mopping floor, they are beating to a liver. This is the only way they can ease tension. This is the way to communicate. So when you want to talk to your wife, look for details, fiction. Tell her stories. I remember a man of God in this city, in my city. the reason why his wife agreed to marry him, even though, you know, background level, family background, they were not the same, was that anytime he sees the man, he will engage her in story, exciting story, things that will make her laugh. Before she knew it, she fell in love. Okay? You don't have money. You don't have anything. Not job. You must have job. You want to have stories to tell. Because the Bible story. Have Bible stories to tell. So that somebody can, you know, just fall in love by your stories. I hope you're getting what I'm saying. Number 6. In material things, women tend to look at goals only. Men want to know the details of how to get there. She wants to know the end product. What are we going to achieve? But men, they want to know these are the ways we want to get it. If you understand me better, you will be able to relate with me better. I said in material things, women tend to look at goals only. But in spiritual things, men look at goals. In material things, is the opposite of the spiritual. In spiritual, women want to know how to get there. Mommy, please, I want to know who is holding me from having a child. That's a woman. A man, you know, wants to know, so how do we get there? Manoah's wife said, let's go and ask him. When the child comes, how do we raise him up? In spiritual things, Mommy, do you think there is something we have not done? It's women that ask those questions, not men. But in material things, women look at goals. What will I achieve by carrying this bag? What's my aim? Somebody said, even if the shoe spoils, let it be, I don't wear my money. And that's it. Somebody wore a dress to an occasion, plenty people didn't come. She came back and cried and ironed the dress again and said, many people didn't see it. So she will have to repeat it again because it was just scanty. I said I'm going to come with 15 differences, but I will have to stop at 7. In spiritual things, men focus on the what and women focus on the how. In spiritual things, men focus on the what and women focus on the how. So now, if you understand somebody this way, don't you think you will communicate better? Look at what did David say that made the heart of Jonathan to be knitted together. What did Abigail do that made David to go back and marry somebody's widow? Not just a reasonable man, stupid and foolish man. A king went after her. So if you understand my personality, you will be able to communicate with me better. God bless you. Let me take your questions right away. Question time. Question time. This is why they don't answer your questions. This is why you get angry why they are behaving the way they are behaving. This is why you regret why you didn't post the other one of Chioma Ibezim's personal page. This new one now. Okay, it's not there. Okay. So this is why you have seen it. This is why, no, please kindly drop your question, is not the topic. I saw somebody react to it. He said, well, kindly drop your question, it's not the topic, change it. Okay, so change it. That's the topic on singles and man. Kindly drop your question, so you can change it there. So can I take your questions right now? Instagram, let me take your questions. Facebook, let me take your questions. Just write communication. Then drop your questions. Can I answer your questions right away? Is it good for my husband to have side chicks? Mba. No. God bless you too, Tessie. God bless you. I hope we are warming up and getting ready for Saturday. So we're coming live. What do you do when the man is the one that talks more? That's a rare man. That's a rare man. It's from his background. He learned it from his he learned it from his mother. Women don't know that when they do things, they tend to do it. They don't know that when they do things, their sons are watching. Their sons are watching what they are doing. When they do things, men, their daughters are watching as well. Their daughters are watching as well. So if the man is the one that is talking too much, check his background. Grew up in a nagging environment. Check his sisters as well. Check his his past relationships. He got it from somewhere. How do you do with a very secretive husband, Biko? I have tried. Okay, you know, when you are about to get married, it's always good to find out who you're getting married to. That attitude of his was in him when he was growing up. His mother didn't break it. Like I tried to invade into my son's privacy. Men, it begins from their growing up. It begins from their growing up. Like someone who wants to, he doesn't want anybody around. He wants to enter the bathroom and lock back. He doesn't want the sister. You get out, he wants to hide that. My husband is like that. My husband does not understand why I would walk around in the room not wearing, like he wants to close the windows, and sometimes he's doing it and I'm laughing. This is upstairs. Now, from growing up, I grew up in the midst of boys, and so my siblings, so not wearing anything didn't mean anything to me. In the midst of boys. I was so close to my immediate elder, and then I was so close to the family is a large one. And so living in the dormitory, living in the hostel, you could just wear your singlet and not outside though. No, I don't mean outside, I mean I'm talking about room. I'm not talking about outside. No indecent dressing anywhere. You wouldn't even see me dress indecently. So nothing like that. So find out where you were cutting in your relationship. This is when these things should come out. But because we don't take interest in looking at ourselves and who we are and what we should adjust and correct, we get interested in how was the food. Are you taking me out today? Did you eat dinner? Are you missing me? Did you sleep well? Inside the comforter? Outside the comforter? Which do you want Indomie? Should I? No reasonable question. No, they don't talk about their future. So when they discover these things early, then they'll begin to learn skills on how to. You can bring him out of that secrecy. Check his background. He grew up that way. So what do you do, prayer?
How can you handle a man who is having extramarital activity?
Okay, sorry, what do you do if your husband keeps female friends, even though he introduces you to some, and they also want to be friends with you? Well, I'm going to use myself as an example. I'm married to a law lecturer who relates well with the opposite sex. I have female people who come into if my mother were to be alive, my mother, I'm not even talking about my mother till today, some people who are very close, they do not understand why I should do that. But you know how I see things. You are you, and I wouldn't even be there, even in your private life, to see what you're doing. So whatever you want to do, go ahead and do it. So when he's keeping, okay, I was giving an example. They come and if I don't like you, my PA is here. Why you were wearing that? Didn't you know you were coming to church? And you were, go and change your dress. Don't come to my, where I am with my, I have a growing up daughter that has to go towards the way of God. I don't want a bad example. I will not keep quiet. I will not. I'm just so sensitive that I pick it. So when I don't like somebody, I don't like the attitude of that person, even though the person is not exhibiting it now, grammar too hard. Even if the person is not exhibiting it, Chioma Ibezim, God have mercy. Oh my God, isn't that so funny? One day I told who did I tell, please can you spell IS for me? I just spelled it though. I said, please can you spell IS? Please forgive me. Yeah, in the hotel we did that. Exactly. So the person might not actually be showing it right now, but for some reason, for some reason, my spirit will just pick it, and I'm like, nah, no, it doesn't work that way. So when he keeps female friends, beware. In as much as you don't want to be anybody's friends or enemies, you don't want to patronize anybody, but sensitivity is a product of spirituality. You pray that God opens your eyes, you know the wrong people, you know the right people, you know who to bring in, but to be on the safe side, keep people at arm's length. Keep people at arm's length. Do not take people from outer court to the inner court. Don't take them from the inner court. Let me tell you, you see people will shock you. People will. Until, that's why when I see a woman who God has blessed financially, I'm not talking about hundreds, I'm talking about millions, and they say yes ma'am, and they don't frown or get angry, I salute them. Because those who don't have up to 500K in their account, if you see the way they behave now, when they now count 1 million or 2, when they become millionaires, hey, the road will, everybody get out because they are coming. So let God, your knees will make your spirit man alive. And when your spirit man is alive, he picks what is not good. But as much as lieth in your power, keep people at arm's length. Let God, by revelation, bring them close to you. So when he keeps prayer, use prayer now. Draw bloodline, declare, speak. The people you want, those you don't want. There are good friends, so there are those who are genuinely. There are those who are genuinely good. You will not generalize. You will not say because it happened to this person. No, I don't like it when people do like this to their wives or to their husbands. No, when that man will talk to somebody outside, you're not going to be there. You will not be there. Okay, can I take another question?
Okay. So, how can you know that a man loves you?
By what he does. How can you know a man loves you? Number one, by loving God. I didn't say by not sinning. Because nobody is perfect. We're all working towards perfection. If he loves God, he will love you. He will give it. If he genuinely loves God, he will love you. So that's why you go for that one that is godly. Not the church goer. The one that is godly. In his heart, he has a heart for God. He will love you. Number two, by telling you he loves you and by showing it with his actions. By scolding you when you do the wrong thing. If you're a man and you're in love and you don't rebuke, like what was that? And you're even afraid of your wife, there's trouble. by rebuking you when you do the wrong thing. Oh no, that was wrong. That was wrong. You wouldn't have done that. If you get angry when you're rebuked, you will get angry when you get married. If you're not married, you'll get angry when you get married. So I've told you like 3 or 4. As long as he loves God, he will love you. As long as he does. And when he loves you, he will tell you and he will show it. He will treat your people like his people. He will scold you when you do the wrong thing. With one hand, and with the other hand, he will draw you closer. Not love making. People rape people. Those they raped, were they love? Okay.
How can you handle a man who is having extramarital affair?
Prayer. Go to God in prayers. Only God. You know, not by nagging. You know, there are a lot of men. We're not going to shy away from that. If you don't let a man be, I've said it before, behind that saying that behind every successful man is a woman, is a saying, is an adage, it's not a scripture. Is it correct? Yes. He didn't say it's a wife. He said it's a woman. Womanhood and wifehood are not the same. You are a woman because you're a girl. But it takes the wife qualities to become a wife. So every man needs that kick and drive from a woman to become who God has made him to be. In the Garden of Eden, the man was incomplete until the woman came. So now, any woman that shows that man that thing that fires him on, the tendency for that man to, you know, gravitate to that place is 100%. Could be his mother, could be his elder sister, could be his younger sister. It could be you, his wife. It could be a concubine outside. So for you to be proud to say behind every successful man is a woman, it's not you. Because you might be giving, if you're a woman, you might be giving that man pressure. He now buried his time, energy and everything into his business and he succeeds. You're not the one that did it. To run away from you and wahala that comes from the home, he will be stuck in his office. Not because other women are keeping him, no, still focused, still interested in what he's doing. And when he achieves, you're not taking the glory because it's not you. So make sure that you write this. Those women who say, my mother does this for me, but don't say that. It makes you a child. It doesn't make you mature. Because when I was growing up, my mother did. No, when I was a child, I speak like one, not now. You are an adult, think like an adult. If they made me not to drink water, now I'm of age. When a woman gets pregnant, then they list you proteinous. You know why you need to eat them? Because you don't want to take blood after eating, after giving birth. You don't want to lose. They don't want to look for a way to catch your life. Because you were malnourished, you didn't eat well. Then, if your immunity is not strong enough, anything that comes, you'll catch. Catarrh, you'll catch. Measles, you'll catch. And all those things can cause jaundice for the little baby. So you see why I don't eat this one, you see yourself begin to eat them. You understand? Okay.
Okay, another one.
Now what advice to people who are married to Christian men that are not born again, especially when the woman has given up that the man cannot change from being insensitive? See, let me tell you. The Bible says, our sons and our daughters shall see visions and they shall prophesy. We don't do these things before we get married. That somebody is a church goer doesn't make the person a Christian. A Christian is somebody that is Christ-like, regenerated, renewed, renewal of the mind. Not, you see a Christian when he talks, you know. When he behaves, it doesn't mean he's not going to deviate. After all, Peter got angry one day, brought out his knife, cut somebody's ear. Jesus said, no, not by that, by the sword. Keep your sword back. But because we do not, we go after the container, not the content.
That's right.
The way they wear their clothes, the way they say, yeah. You see a young lady that ask her what she wants, say dashing. Who is dashing? Dashing. When a man comes to ask after them, their hand, the the marriage, they assess you. What car did he come with? See, instead of me to marry somebody with cake and pen, let him not have a car. Let me know he doesn't. Yes, say it. You look at him, I'm taller than him. He's not handsome. You beautiful. These are the things, they become strongholds. And when it's a stronghold, it's a mountain. Let me tell you what a mountain is. A mountain is a big, stronghold in front. Once there is a mountain, you're not seeing the other end. You need to level it to become a valley so you could see through. So all those negative notions need to die so that you can become. Okay?
Good evening, ma'am. Please, how can I develop love for someone I don't love? He loves me so much and will do anything for me. But over the years, I can't get myself loving him.
Why?
He has even proposed marriage. What can I do, ma'am?
No, there's a reason. Maybe because it's not the kind of person you want. Maybe because it's not from... There is something holding you back. If there is nothing, why are you not falling in love? If he loves you passionately, two things. Is either this is not where God is leading you, or there is something keeping you back. So rule out the fact that there is nothing keeping you back. And if you're a spiritual being, then God might be talking to you and say, no, don't be carried away. You need to come over here. Let me talk to you so that you don't make a mistake. Okay? Is that all?
Yes.
Okay. I guess we're good. Good to go. I don't want somebody to say, don't give up. You are not the Holy Ghost, though. Don't give up. What you need to do for him is to pray. What you need to do is to pray. That's what you need to do for him. Pray for him. Pray for him. And ask if there how do we sing that song? Have we trials and temptation? Is there trouble anywhere? You should never be discouraged. Take it to the Lord in prayer. Okay? That's the way it goes. Any other question? I love you all. Do I have any other question? No other question. Good to go. All the ladies, all the men who are online and you are believing God for the fruit of the womb, I have good news for you. Do you know, till today, we are still receiving testimonies from 28 days fasting and prayer in February. For the first time, I, Chioma, will be doing a 40 days. I haven't done 40 days at a stretch before.
Wow.
For the first time. I have done much more than 40 days, but not at a time. I could do stop, do again as I'm led. And we are starting 40 days from Saturday. So we're coming live 6 a.m. at prophetic prayers, and we're coming live 11 p.m. first day of 40 days fasting and prayer. And we are ending it with a physical meeting on the 7th. Plan to be there first before you plan to be online. That physical presence is something else. You feel it more. You receive it more. Except you have good reason why you will not come. The end of the 40 days fasting and prayer, I'm still praying for God to tell us what He's about to do. So it starts in the next one day, Saturday, 29th of May, all through July 7th. Make sure you participate. I love you. Make sure you participate. If you haven't done fasting before, don't eat breakfast. If you're looking for a way to lose weight, it's not fasting and prayer. Fasting and prayer will not even make you lose weight, but it will make you look good. Drink plenty of water. It will. Curtail what you eat. Eat more of proteinous food Avoid junk. Avoid it. It's not good for your health. It's not even good for you. You know, you see this Coke, Fanta, Sprite, I don't take them. If I have to take a drink, it has to be fresh one. And they will juice it and put it in. Oh, do you think I don't feel like taking it? I do. But it's discipline. If you can't discipline yourself in that area, you can't in another area. Nemo that what non-habit. You can't give what you don't have. It starts from the little. Skip mud licking. What do they call uzu? You know uzu, it's mud, the white mud that is sweet, sweetened white mud or something. People are addicted to it. People are addicted to Coca-Cola. People are addicted to. You are addicted to sugar. You don't need sugar. You already have enough sugar. Sugar is in garri. Sugar is in everything that you eat. So don't add more and cause stress for yourself. Love you all. Love you all. Love you all. Love you all. Celebrate you all. Thank you for joining me today. And I know that you have been blessed. Love you. Love you. Love you. Love you. I'm excited. And so, how can you handle pressure from in-laws? Why believe in God for a child? Especially when the woman has a challenged child. I hate to hear this, honestly. You know what? Ignore them. They will come back. Ignore them. Ignore them. Put your eyes on God. Don't allow their pressure to affect you. Ignore them. Love them, be nice to them, but you know you can sieve your ear, you can block your ear to hearing trash. You can block your ear to negativity. This is your life, not their life. So don't let them pollute you. As long as the person in question with you is understanding you and you have a good relationship, you're good to go. May God bless you. I will see you online by God's grace Saturday morning, 6 a.m. And then that begins our fasting. You can tell people to quickly come and like and follow on our pages. Instagram, Pastor_Chioma Ibezim, all small letter. Any other Instagram page, don't follow. Whether they say Pastor Chioma Ibezim is a lie. Not me. On Facebook, singles and symbolic and married with Chioma Ibezim Ph.D. Any other page, whether they use my picture or my name or any current picture I use, they are scammers. I saw you, I cited you, I have an orphanage. I do not have an orphanage anywhere. Anytime you get friends request in my name, is the scammer. Don't accept. The authentic page I am is where you are. And please, everybody online, join me to help us grow on YouTube by subscribing. PST Chioma Ibezim Ph.D. on a pink attire. Once we are done, subscribe, click on the link, and share to people, spread it, so that our YouTube can grow as well. Are you waiting for children? Congratulations. Are you about to do IVF? Congratulations. You want to get married? Congratulations. You want a job? Congratulations. What do you want? Congratulations. It is because of you that these 40 days fasting and prayer is coming. And I tell you, God will surprise you. God bless you.
Today is somebody's birthday.
Today is your birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to Edith. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you. Rehoboth blessings to you. Rehoboth blessings to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday. Rehoboth blessings to you. Blowing kiss to you. Happy birthday, Edith. Many more fruitful years for you. And all our May babies. Happy birthday to you all. Love you all. Plenty. And see you live on Saturday, 6 a.m. Nigerian time. Have a good evening. God bless you.